How's it going, Guardian? Shifty here, and today I've got for you my first Legend Lost Sector guide in Season of the Lost. Now, if you didn't already know, Bungie added the 3 lost sectors in the Dreaming City to the Legend and Master Lost Sector rotation. So today's video is going to be an easy guide on how to complete the Aphelions Rest Legend Lost Sector in the Dreaming City. On this particular day, the Aphelions Rest Legend Lost Sector is dropping exotic leg armor. That means today is a great day to get the Radiant Dance machines on your hunters. Anyway, before I get into my loadout for this one, if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright, so I will be showing a full run of this Legend Lost Sector on a hunter, then just the boss fight on a Titan and a Warlock. However, I did use a similar loadout on all 3 classes, so I'm just going to show you my loadout on one class. On all 3 classes, I went with the Stasis subclass. The reason I chose Stasis is because there is a Stasis burn in this Legend Lost Sector. Then for my weapons, I have the Biting Winds Kinetic Bow, and this is for Overload Champions. Then I have Telesto, and this is going to be for Unstoppable Champions and to break Void Shields. Likewise, I also have the Threaded Needle Linear Fusion Rifle, and this can also be used on Unstoppable Champions or Void Shields. The only energy shields in this Legend Lost Sector are Void, so that's why I chose 2 Void weapons. Now, you may not have the Unstoppable mod for Fusion Rifles and Linear Fusion Rifles yet. If you don't have that yet, you could always swap Telesto out for something like Le Monarch and use that as your overload weapon. If you do end up using Le Monarch as your overload weapon, I would recommend using a kinetic pulse rifle for your unstoppable weapon. I think that pretty much any kinetic pulse rifle would work. If you have the Taken spec mod, I would recommend slotting that into your legendary weapons. If you don't, I would go with major spec. And finally, for my armor mods, I'll quickly show you each piece of armor, and if you need to see anything in more detail, just pause the video. Alright, that's all there is to my loadout in this one. Now, let's get into it. Alright, so right at the beginning of this lost sector, there are going to be some Taken Thrall. I'm going to toss a grenade on those. Wait for the freeze, and go for the shatter. That should take out most of those Thrall. After those ones are taken care of, there will be another batch that spawns. I'm going to go ahead and Telesto these ones. You can see an Unstoppable Champion in the distance back there, but I'm going to wait for these Thrall that are pushing me right now. I'll place some Telesto on the ground, since they like to teleport around a lot. Might be a few more out here. Looks like I got the Unstoppable's attention, that's fine. You can either stun it with Telesto, or you can stun it with your Linear Fusion Rifle. I'm going to go ahead and stun with Telesto, then swap to my Linear just like that. And then clear out a few more Taken Thrall in the distance here. Now there should be some Void Shielded Acolytes up front here. Go ahead and take it out with Telesto. Here we're going to have more enemies spawning, including an Overload Champion. I'm going to go ahead and stun that champion, actually. Swap to my Linear Fusion for a few shots. Then swap back to my bow. I know there are some Scions down below, but I want to take out this champion while it's exposed. There we go. Going to throw a Duskfield Grenade on the Scions. This will help prevent them from multiplying. There should be a Taken Thrall back here. Looks like we have looks like we have another Void Shielded Acolyte. Gonna go ahead and take that out. As you may have noticed, the enemies in this lost sector do have some stasis weaponry. That's why Stasis Burn is on. Alright, I'm going to wait for the stun. There we go. Swapped my Linear Fusion. Alright, now we can push forward to the boss fight. Before the boss fight, there will be some Taken Thrall and some Taken Scions. Just try to take these out as best as I can. And avoid the enemies in the distance as well. Alright, you see we have some Acolytes back there. I'm going to go ahead and take those out with Telesto at this range. Looks like there's an overload champion behind that rock. Since it's hiding, I'll go for the taken acolyte. Now I'm going to stun this champion. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and super where the boss is. Now that the boss is done, I'm going to clear out the remaining area. Celestial will do an amazing job at that. Looks like we have one more enemy over here. And just like that, we can head for the chest. And there we have it, a platinum completion of the Aphelions Rest Legend Lost Sector on a Hunter. Now I'm going to show you just the boss fight on a Titan and a Warlock. Alright, I am once again approaching the boss fight. What I'm going to do, go for some of these enemies in the back first. And then toss a grenade on some of the closer enemies. Take out these scions. Looks like we had a thrall on us. Alright, now I'm going to go for the overload champion. Got it stunned. Swap to my linear fusion rifle. Swap back before it starts healing. Looks like the boss is spawning along with some other adds. I'm just going to wait here for a minute. And then I'm going to go ahead and super. Back away, the boss is almost dead. There we are. And now I can take out the remaining enemies and go ahead and use Telesto. And now I can head for the chest. And that's a platinum completion of the Aphelions Rest Legend Lost Sector on a Titan. I know that I only showed the boss fight, but the Lost Sector should be similar to my Hunter run up until the boss fight where I use a different super. Now I'm going to show you the boss fight on a Warlock. Alright, I'm at the point where the boss is spawning now, so I'm going to go ahead and use my Shadebinder super. This should easily take the boss out. And easily enough, we can go for the chest now. And there we have it. That was the boss fight on a Warlock. It's extremely quick with the Shadebinder super. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.